Hey guys, I'm Mezzy, and this is the guide for Norushen, the third encounter in the Siege of Orgrimmar raid. In this fight, you don't fight Norushen, but you have to cleanse yourself from corruption and defeat the amalgam of corruption to prove yourself to Norushen. The more corruption you have, the less damage you do. DPS who are fully purified will do their full damage. Tanks that are purified will have reduced damage taken, and healers will have more healing output. You start out with 75 corruption. You cleanse yourself of your corruption by going into the Trial Realm. You go into this by clicking a golden orb in the room. There are 2 of these on 10 men and 5 on 25 men. DPS, healers and tanks each have different trials to complete. DPS have to kill 2 different types of adds who cast a cone and corruption balls that you have to dodge. When a DPS kills a manifestation or an essence of corruption, these will respawn in the normal realm where they have to be killed again. The manifestations need to be tanked in the normal realm by the purified tank. This is with the exception of the first manifestation, as the purified tank won't be out of the trial realm yet. When a manifestation dies in the normal realm, it leaves behind a residual corruption. This is a void zone that deals 90k damage every few seconds raid wide until it's picked up by a player. When it gets picked up, the player will gain 25 corruption. Because of this, you want your purified tank to always pick these up. Should both of them be busy or are high on corruption, let a healer with low corruption do so. Tanks have to survive against a titanic corruption for 1 minute, and healers need to keep a few friendly NPCs alive for 1 minute. Once your trial is complete, your corruption will be reset to 0. You want to always have an orb available for a tank to go in if they need to become purified. So the following is how we did it. The left orb as you face the room when you come in was reserved for tanks. The right orb for the rest. We alternated between DPS and healers going into the realm, and we assigned which order the raiders were going to do so. When neither tank needed to be purified, they would call out on Ventrilo that the orb was free for the taking. At that point, the next person in the list for the right orb would take the left orb so we could speed the purification process up. Once that person was out, it would be called again and we'd check if a tank needed to become purified. And so the process continued so that everyone could become purified. Once you have that sorted, the rest of the fight is pretty straightforward. So let's go over the amalgam's abilities. The first is Unleashed Anger, which hits the tank for a large amount. The second thing the tanks have to pay attention to is a debuff called Self-Doubt. This increases the tank's damage taken by Unleashed Anger by 40%, so this requires a tank switch, which usually occurs after the tank has come back from the trial realm. The amalgam also has an aura called Icy Fear, that starts at doing 75k damage every 3 seconds. As his health gets lower, it will start to do more damage. The amalgam also has a slow-moving cutter spell called Blind Hatred. The amalgam will spin around slowly, and you will just have to move away from it or die a horrible death. When the amalgam reaches 50% health, he will spawn a manifestation of corruption, and he will do this for every 10% after that. Furthermore, when he reaches 40% health, every person that has 75 corruption or more will also cause a manifestation of corruption to spawn. So at this point, no one is allowed to have 75 corruption or more. It should be noted that when you kill an ad, all damage you do to the ad is done to the boss as well. So be sure to prioritize them. One more thing to note about the essence of corruption, the smaller adds that spawn in the normal realm, is that they will cast the ability called Expel Corruption. They will fire this at the amalgam, and if it hits him, it increases his damage by 5% for 15 seconds. To prevent this from happening, intercept it by standing in front of the essences. Once you have the purifying order with your raid group down and you take care of the adds properly, you should be seeing a kill quite soon, so good luck. If you liked this guide, please comment and subscribe. If you want to watch the entire fight, feel free to watch the rest of this video. Thanks for watching, I'm Mezzy, and I'll see you again next time.